looking forward to it. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't mean it won't happen. I'm saying I'm not sure. Huh?
It might not. It might.
I don't
It
know.
might not.
Yeah, I don't know. We shall see.
The Lord knows.
Is Dre here?
Let's just speak it into existence. Let me check.
Yeah, we're gonna speak it. We're gonna speak it into existence. Yeah, yeah. Remember, the thing that you speak into existence, the main thing that focuses, what that is focused on, is God's will. That's what you speak into existence, right? God's will. What's already His will. You speak those things in existence, right? Told Sarah, hey, Sarah, we all know you're an old bag, but you'll have a child, right? That's speaking it into existence. But what is being spoken into existence? That just some random barren woman, the physical kid that just turns out to be a demonic, stupid idiot and goes around hurting people all the time. No. And he didn't speak into existence a baby that was going to do nothing more but have the sin of Adam inside of him the entire time and would not help bring in the last Adam. No. So he's speaking truth into exist, something that is true, something that is going to happen, right? You being lazy, you don't like working, you're always a complainer, and you're speaking a job into existence. Fine, speak it. You'll be fired in 2 days. You understand? Speaking things into existence is not just looking at what you need in life and you're like, I'm going to speak it into existence. If you don't know how to keep it, it don't matter if you speak it into existence or not. You'll be the one ruining it, right? So when people try to use that and it's all practical, right? Teach me something practical. This is not witchcraft. It's not voodoo. If you want something practical in this world, if that's all you want, then just go to witchcraft and voodoo, because those are the things they're trying to speak. If they don't like somebody, they'll put a curse on them, right? If they're mad at somebody, they make a little doll and poke them. I hope he gets hurt right here. God speaking things into existence is pointing towards Christ. Pointing towards Christ. So speaking things into existence is the will of God, right? Putting your hands on someone and praying that they're healed from something, and they're not healed, right? They're not healed, but we're saying, yeah, you are healed, right? It's always God's will to heal, always. So when someone says, well, I've been sick this long, and I understand, we live in a fallen world, so sickness is going to be here. But anytime Jesus was walking, anytime you see him walking, bro, he's either going to or coming back from healing somebody every time. So it's his will for you to be healed, right? But the nucleus of that, the core of that is you being born again. That's the whole core of that. Who was saying something?
Yeah, it was me.
What?
That's, that word they changed, making it into existence or putting, it's the same thing as the witchcraft when they say, I'm going to manifest.
Yeah, I'm going to manifest something. Yeah. So, I mean,
Hulk wanted you to read his comment, Try.
Oh, Hulk, what's up, bro? Hulk, what's going on? Where is it? Where is his comment?
You got to scroll up. It's right before Nina said life, exclamation point, exclamation point.
I don't know. Just read it. I don't got time.
You were talking about doing a 2-a-day today, and he said if he's got a flashlight and a blanket.
That's what he said.
Yes.
Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. I had to have 2 flashlights, extra batteries, and a dark blanket. Didn't let no light out of it. And then I'd stay up for an hour extra, maybe 2. I remember I'd be like, hey, what are y'all talking about? And they're like, bro, why are you whispering? I'm like, well, because I'm under the blanket with a flashlight reading. What are y'all doing?
Hulk laughed. He said, ha, ha, ha.
What? He's going to walk the dog 2 hours? Who you talking about? Bill? Bill's always walking them dogs.
No, not yet.
Not
I'm
yet.
making the call.
He's making a coffee. And then I'm going to get in my car because I parked it in front of the house. How do I get a bad mustache? Yours. How long it took to grow that bad boy? Oh, I was born with this. What's your name? Howie? I was born I came out of my mother's womb like this. Day one. It probably took me a couple of weeks, but after I realized where I was at, I started taking them to work, drive myself to school. It used to be bigger. I had to trim that sucker.
Making his own lunches, dressing himself.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I came out with clothes and everything.
He's the original boss baby.
Yeah. He's the boss. Oh yeah. Who's that character that plays that boss baby? Who's the actor?
I don't know.
I think it starts with a B. Brody.
No, I thought it was
A B.
the dude from,
A B. The name.
His name on the show.
No. The actor that plays the
no,
kid.
the actor.
Baldwin. I knew it was a B. Yeah, Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. Yeah, Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. That's who it is. Yeah. I
was
never.
gonna say 30 Rock.
I never seen that movie all the way through. I don't know why.
Maybe.
Yeah. I probably seen 15 or 20 minutes. It was enough for me to know though that it's pretty hilarious. So
It is.
I think I need to go back and watch that dumb thing, man. I don't think I've seen it. I haven't all of it. All right, so Dre's not here. Who was it that said that? Angel, what's up? I'm always messing with Angel.
He's not here for what? Ezekiel?
Yeah, ain't that what he said? He said he wanted to go over Ezekiel.
Did.
This dude,
Yeah.
man. This
You want to
dude.
go over how the temple said it has a river coming out the right side and all that other stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, he brought something up like that.
He wants to go over that whole thing. What was the verse?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
The verse is, well, at least the chapter. Seriously?
What?
Ezekiel 47.
Yeah, it's a 7. 27, 37, 47. It's one of them. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, because it starts from 37 all the way through.
Afterward, he brought me up again unto the door of the house, and behold, water issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward, and the waters came down.
Yeah,
from the
Dre's
right
Dre's not here. We'll let Dre go over it whenever he gets here. Howie said the stash helped the nurses when you were born. I guarantee it. Trot, come here. Ooh, I think he just did something. Hold on. Bubba, what are you coming over there? Why are you coming from over there?
That's another cello down right there.
What does that mean? That's another cello down there.
Man, this dude.
Trot.
Man. Huh?
Trot. Instead of Black Hawk down, it's going to be another cello down.
Bro, this dude, man.
Nina wants to know what that means. What is another
Yeah,
cello down?
yeah.
You're not allowed to have double espressos in the morning. Okay? That's it.
Bro, I don't drink coffee at all.
What does what mean?
I don't drink coffee at all.
What does what mean?
That's another cello down there.
Oh, yeah. So my cello, okay. You know what a cello is, an instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I left it in the living room. I mean, it's in a case. It's a nice case, but that doesn't mean you can throw it around, you know? Trot, come here. Come here, bro. I'm about to chain you to this table. Lay down right there, dude. Dang. Anyway, and so I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head, but something chaotic is happening outside. And what I mean by that is, the wind's blowing and a leaf is flying. Okay. Or an ant is crawling on the tree. Anyway, Knucklehead races out of one of the rooms at 100 miles an hour. And all I hear is bow, bow. I'm like, bro, what the heck is going on? I go over there, bro, and my cello case is on the ground. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, this cello is almost a $5,000 cello. And let me say something. That's not expensive. Let me be real clear about what I'm trying to say. I think the cheapest one you can get might be $2,000, maybe, and this one's about $5,000. I mean, it was in excellent condition. I mean, clearly, and I had just taken it to this string place to have it restringed and refurbished, polished. There's no cracks or anything on it. There's nothing like that, but they just go through there and make sure everything is good to go. And I probably had it back maybe a year, I guess. Anyway, of course, I don't even want to open the darn thing, bro. I open it and the neck of the cello is snapped. It's broke. And I was just like, oh my gosh, dude. Like, I just see him barbecuing in the back of my head, and I'm making tacos, taco jalapenos.
So do you play the?
Huh?
Do you play the cello? Do you play the cello?
Yeah. That's why I have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, I don't play that one. I don't play that one right now. And I already
I was
know.
gonna say,
I already called up there and I sent the guy pictures, and he's like, dude, it's probably gonna cost easy $500 to $1,000 to fix that. And I'm like, dude, this dude, man. I mean, and then 2 of the strings are broke. I mean, the strings aren't very, they're not very expensive, but it just adds to what, I mean, dude, that thing might end up costing $1,500 when the dude's said and done with it. And
He would have been more calmer if you give him more belly rubs.
oh Lord, have mercy.
Bro, let me tell you about Bill, bro.
appeasing.
Bill comes over here, and if you're over here, he thinks that you're obligated to pet him, like you have to, because it's my house, like the way. So he goes to Bill and he's like, and Bill's like, hey buddy, boy. When he found out that Bill's gonna rub all his little spots, give him a massage, freaking pedicure, manicure, boy, he wouldn't leave Bill alone. And Bill's like, well, I can't say no to him. And I'm looking at him, and he just got this grin. He's just like, I'm like, bro, I was like, that dude acts like nobody loves him. But no, so what's happening real quick. So Mick ordered a brisket, and I'll be mailing it to him. I don't know, within a week or two, I'll have it shipped off to him, but or it might be sooner than that, but it's going to be pretty quick. But I'm smoking his brisket right now. And he knows when I trim a brisket, there's usually pieces of meat left over. Okay. But I do it on purpose. It's my brisket. So I trims a little piece of meat off and give it to him. So this is like, I don't know, 10th or 15th time where if it's not my brisket, I'm not cutting extra meat and giving him a piece, bro. It's not mine. I don't care if it's my dog or not. Well, he keeps trying to go to the kitchen because I just put the rub on it and everything. And so it's in the smoker. It's smoking right now. But he keeps going to the kitchen because what he wants to do is he wants to get up there on the counter where I prepared the brisket, and he just wants to lick. That's what he wants to do. But I got stuff in a way where he can't get in there where that is. But he'll try to either jump over it or move it, which he's too big. He jumps over, bro, the whole house shakes, or he'll knock something down. But I heard that stuff shaking, and he knew it made noise, and he's like, oh, and he tried to come back in here. Yeah, right. So that's why they're saying another cello incident. No, it's not another cello incident, thank God, but he's trying to get in there and mess it. He can smell it. He knows the seasoning I put on there, so he knows. He's like, oh, it's time. It's time for me to eat. No, it's not, buddy. Absolutely not. Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Dre said give him 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. Okay. That's how my dog, when it comes to beef jerky. Oh, I don't know, man. Breezy came over here and he buys, a couple of pounds of freaking
Remember Ryan?
jerky from Ryan too. They buy a couple of pounds a piece of jerky from Bucky's, and it's my fault because I should have known better. I just didn't know where they were putting it. I wasn't paying attention. They left their jerky on the counter, and I'm telling you, the counter, I'm not a very tall guy, but the counter, I ain't lying. It goes here to me. It goes to my chest. So I'm just saying it's up there a little bit. Well, Trot standing up, he's almost as tall as I am. He's a big dog. Man, he gets up there, and I'm telling you one thing about him. He knows I have no time. I need to make this last. None of us know where he had the time to chew up 2 pounds of beef jerky. He just swallowed that bad boy. He just swallowed it, bro.
Spicy.
Oh, and one of them was like, jalapeno or something. And all of us, they're like, oh my God, bro. Like, he's going to have to go to the bathroom. So the whole time I'm thinking, dang, I'm going to have to put him outside, bro. This is going to be bad. That dude did not have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, bro, he don't eat spicy stuff. So I'm thinking, well, it's going to give him a problem. No, it didn't.
Trooper.
He's a trooper. Maybe taller. Yeah, y'all be talking that smack in them comments, bro.
Listen,
Be talking smack, bro.
I think you're like 3 inches taller than me, so it's okay.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Trot, you let that slide, bro.
What?
But when Nina said you play the cello and she's been here that long, that's a Jesus saying,
I'm not
have I been with you so long?
Christian. I'm not a stalker. I'm not taking notes of every detail of
I'm not
Trot's
taking
life.
notes either. I just remember it.
I'm just saying.
Have I been with you
Like
so
an
long
elephant.
that you ask us to see the cello? To see the cello,
Like
Trot?
an elephant. He remembers everything and brings it up.
See the cello,
typical.
Bill? Everybody that's been to my house, it's right there in the corner.
No.
Oh.
When Jesus was saying, and you asked me to see the Father, have I been with you so long?
Christian,
that
we
part.
understood. We understood the quote, Christian.
The
We
first
are
time.
Bible
The
I know
first
you
time.
did.
The first time.
But Trot's
I
like,
mean,
but
did you
people
need a
have seen it.
response?
People have
That
seen
was
it.
so funny, Christian.
No, what? No, I'm not asking for that. I'm trying to
Are
tell
you off
Trot.
the medication?
Misunderstood, maybe. I don't know.
There it is. It was a misunderstanding.
No, hasn't been a misunderstanding, and I'm not on medication. I don't drink coffee. Never have.
Whoa, what are you saying about people who drink coffee? I want everybody to pay attention to this. What are you saying about people
I'm
who drink
saying that
coffee?
you guys have an addiction, and you need to seek help.
Wow.
Hold on. So where's the addiction? 1 cup, 2 cup a day?
Yeah, where's the line?
The fact that you need any amount every day to function.
Every day. What if it's not every day? So could it be every other day?
If you're saying you need it every other day, then it still applies.
Okay. So
if
what
we say we
about
don't
once
need
a
it, but
week?
we drink it?
What about once a week?
If you're drinking it recreationally, I don't know. We'll have to.
Recreationally is the only way people drink it. What are you talking about?
Try. You hear the legalism in Christian right now? You hear it?
We will have to request a formal document.
Christian, I want to make sure I got this clip. I got this clip.
I'm getting my fixing.
You getting it? Huh, I'm gonna get this clip. I got the clip of him saying what he said, and I'm gonna make a messianic. It's gonna be a messianic, a timeless Yeshua messianic event, and it's gonna make sure that we all know that the law of Moses is one thing, but the law of how you treat your body is a totally different law. Make sure I put that in there. It's not the same law. It's the law of Christian, and Christian said that if you drink too much coffee, it's bad for you. Well, that goes along with the law. So without works, Christian, without works, it's not about works.
I'm just messing around anyway.
Oh, my bad. It's a misunderstanding. My bad. Okay.
I told you. That was.
Oh yeah, because I'm sitting here like, I'm gonna condemn you guys right now.
That's what you said, bro.
You
just called us addicts.
Yeah,
You
bro. You said,
literally
yeah,
just
you
called
did
us
say addicts,
addicts.
bro.
You put that right in my
Yeah.
mind, and now I'm gonna have to go and do some.
Oh yeah.
serious
You put that
stuff
right in my
now.
mind.
Yeah, you offended
As
my
I'm drinking my
conscience.
that's right.
Oh,
That's
wait a minute.
right.
Wait a minute.
see
Hold
that,
on. Hold on.
Nina?
Nina's
The
He's trying
law.
to
stumbling block.
manifest
Hold on.
something
The
on
law.
us. He's trying to manifest something on us.
No,
See
the
that,
law
Nina?
strengthens sin. I need more coffee now.
Exactly. That's why it's in my
Oh
hand.
my
Hold on.
gosh.
Please
He
wait.
only said that because Dre's not here.
No, I'm
You would
saying
say
it.
it with Dre
I'm,
here. What are you talking
I'm
about?
saying it whether Dre was here or not. Too much of anything is bad. You tell him, Jessica, salt is good for you. But if you have
That's
too
my
much,
Jessica.
it
What's
will
up,
unalive
sister?
you.
Vanity, vanity. Everything is vanity, Todd.
Nina is going to AA now. We're going to AA for
You
coffee.
see the rumors? You
Hey,
see the rumors?
can
You
you
started, Christian?
hey, can you imagine though having an AA event for coffee, for caffeine?
Yeah.
It's like, hi, my
Hey,
name
hey,
is
hold on. I want to see what Christian's gonna
My
tell
name is
Dre.
Nina,
no,
I
my
want
name
to
is
see
and
what
I'm a
Christian's gonna
coffee
tell
addict.
Dre.
no, my name is
Dre
Tom.
is a coffee connoisseur.
No,
Well,
no,
what's he gonna tell?
no,
Yeah,
it's
he's the supplier. He's the dealer.
Oh,
no, it's my name.
oh.
It's like, hey, my name is Tommy. I have 2 cups of coffee every morning, and I
Hi,
have that.
Tommy.
Listen, I have that with 4 pieces of Nero gum, and then 3 hours later, I do it all again. It's amazing.
Has anyone actually ever had Nero gum?
Oh yeah, I have boxes of that stuff.
Why? What is it? Like I've seen it on.
It's
What is
it's
this?
it's
Because he's
gum.
Timu Joe Rogan. That's why he has so much.
Joe Rogan. What?
Yeah, he
Joe
talks
Rogan's
about that
is-
narrow. He talks about that narrow gum all the time.
Joe Rogan didn't make Nero gum.
I know, but
What?
I was.
I ate
being
a piece. Hey,
facetious to
listen. I
say
ate
that
steak
about you.
yesterday. I ate steak yesterday. Joe Rogan eats steak too. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
And
Joe
his
Rogan
fam-
didn't
and
write
his-
the
and
Bible.
his- hold on, Christian. And his famous word is, and it was amazing.
Oh man,
Well,
Joe.
he stole that from Jesse Lee Peterson.
I can't talk. I can't. I just can't be
Hawk.
myself.
Thank you, Hawk. Hold on. It's because he is the spot. He is a sponsor of it. When
Who?
they
Oh, Joe
passed it
Rogan's
up
the sponsor of the gum.
Yes, that's why I said it. Yes.
Well, he's a
When they passed
sponsor.
it up on Shark Tank, Joe Rogan like swooped in and started sponsoring it.
Hold on.
That's how I heard about
Nero gum is Shark Tank thing.
They
They
Oh, yeah,
rejected
the guy
it.
tried to sell it, and they tried to stiff him, and he said no, thank you, and he didn't take the offer.
Well, not everybody takes.
Those ads are on all your videos, Trot. Every time I go to your video, it's like the Nero gum failure by Shark Tank.
No, it's not, bro.
Dude, yes, it is, bro.
They were devastated that they passed that. Yeah.
Well, I mean, here. Okay. Well, here's another. Okay, so you're saying that the Sharks are devastated because they didn't go in with the guy or girl that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, bro, they can't get all of them right. There's probably more than one that they're like, oh man, we should have got in there. But how do you know which one's going to be the winner? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm just saying, bro. But when that guy said caffeine gum, you probably should have knew. Winner, chicken dinner, man. I mean, at least a little bit, bro. Yeah. So,
Anointed all these addicts here.
Functional chewing gum.
functional.
Each piece
So,
contains 40 milligrams of caffeine, 60 milligrams of L-theanine,
yeah,
and then a couple vitamins. But it is zero
probably
sugar.
B12. Got B12 in it. B6, B12.
It's got B12 and B6.
Of course. So watch this. You said one piece got 40. A cup of coffee is like 90 to 100. So you would need 2 pieces of gum to have the equivalent of a cup of coffee of caffeine.
So the L-theanine is intended to pair with the caffeine for a calmer, smoother alertness.
Yeah. The eliphalim or whatever the heck that's called. It's supposed to take away the jitter, something like that. But I'm not. I think that's what
I
that's.
like the jitters.
I like
Let
jitters.
you know I need another cup.
I like the
So I
jitters.
need another fix.
He's like,
Where are you
hey.
gonna
He's
get
like, yeah.
Online, Kelly, online. First of all, they now make an extra strength, which does have 100 milligrams of caffeine per piece.
No, they don't, bro. Quit lying.
Bro, you want to see it?
Yeah. Oh no. Don't show it. Don't show it. Because I was gonna go get it. And the TikTok don't like things to be shown that look like you're trying to sell something. I don't know.
I texted to you that.
I don't know why
Look
though.
at Christian enabling our caffeine.
Yeah.
addiction. You hear him? He's
Damn.
enabling. First he throws
Yeah.
us under the bus.
Yeah.
Now he's enabling us
Yeah,
to
bro.
get deeper
Nina,
in it.
he's trying to take business away from Dre now. You see that, right?
Oh,
The
he's trying to
first
take.
one's free.
He's
Oh.
moving in on Dre's territory.
Yeah,
On
I
his
can't
coffee.
wait to
Gonna
see him
happen.
keep that same energy when Dre gets here about the coffee.
Yeah.
About the
We'll see.
coffee.
We'll
How
see.
dare you? How dare you? You know what? There's a coffee place that I haven't been there several months, but they make a coffee chocolate cake. And I was like, coffee
That's gotta be
chocolate
good.
cake. I was like,
Yeah,
Gotta be.
and I looked at the price. I'm like, it costs as much as any other piece of cake. I said, I'm gonna try it. So I say, hey, how much caffeine is in there? Da, 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 da. And she's like, oh,
Drop
it's
math.
it's like it's less than a cup of coffee, but there's caffeine in there. But it's I don't know. I
No.
think they said it might have been 30 or 40. And I was like,
my
well,
kids do that.
what do they do?
Sorry. When they make coffee, they put a packet of instant or cake. When they make cake, they put a packet of instant coffee in it.
Yeah, well, I didn't
Supposed
know.
to
I
make it
mean,
more.
I guess anybody with a normal brain that drinks coffee would have been like, hey, let's just put coffee in the cake. I never thought of it. So I was like, what? Coffee, chocolate cake? So I'm over here
No, I
thinking,
think because it makes it more moist. I
Yeah.
think that's what it
Have
is.
you
Because
ever
my
had the
kids don't
chocolate-
drink
have you ever
coffee.
had-
I used to
Coffee?
make
Nina,
a
you guys,
coffee
have you ever had
cake.
chocolate coffee?
Man,
Yeah.
I haven't heard Nina talk this much about
Chocolate
anything
coffee.
except for coffee in a long time.
You
no,
wanna
we
get
bring up,
dropped,
we
Christian?
bring up, we
Try to
bring
find
up,
the chocolate flavored coffee. Delicious.
we
Yeah,
bring up,
tripping. I talk every day.
we bring up coffee, and boy, Nina's like,
Don't come against my coffee.
Nina's
Don't
like,
come for my
Nina's like,
coffee.
guys, yes, let's have this conversation. Let's have this conversation right now.
And it's got chocolate and mint in it right now. Okay, I drink with peppermint and chocolate.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Hold up, Nina. Let's see
Oh.
the energy changing now. Let's see the energy change now.
Oh, my brother's
Go ahead,
here.
Christian.
Oh,
Go ahead, Christian. Say
What?
you
So
say.
he's not gonna be mad at me because I was the one who texted him and told him to come here.
no, but he didn't know he was coming into a session that was talking about him. I'm just kidding.
We weren't talking about him.
Oh, what happened?
He said
Literally
copies
nothing.
from.
Oh,
He
my.
said copies from the devil. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's what I said.
coffee's a
And he's
sin.
trying to get all the suppliers out of business by going with Neurogum.
And put us all in AA.
No,
Mhm.
Trot brought up Neurogum, not me. Hulk said Black Rifle Baby with honey cinnamon,
Now,
the
don't
bee's
try to-
knees.
Don't try to reflect and bring up Hulk's
I'm not.
comments.
I'm not. I'm not
And then you-
deflecting.
and then-
I'm
and then-
keeping it.
look
I'm
at-
keeping
look
it a
at little
stack, bro. I'm
snitch.
keeping
Hey,
it a buck. You hear me?
Little
I'm
Hey,
keeping it
Hulk.
a stack.
snitch,
Hey,
Trot.
look,
He
hey.
said, well, Trot brought it up.
Yeah, well, first off, what does it matter who brought it up? A good way to deflect ain't gonna work with me. It don't matter who brought it up. You still made a comment on it. Hulk said that Christian said that coffee was the Antichrist.
Exactly, straight from the
No, I
devil.
didn't.
God.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Is that what
He
it said?
started stoning us.
Texas
He said
pecan.
take
Somos-
Hey,
and-
Eric,
and
you get
dijo
that at
que
H-E-B?
somos adicto, Dre.
Eric,
Dijo
you
que
got-
somos adicto.
Eric, did you buy that at HEB? That flavor? Yeah, they got that flavor at HEB, man. I'm telling you,
Bro,
it's what's
I
up?
got the best coffee in the world, brother.
Where from
I
where?
can't
From
I
Ki-
can't
from
I'm gonna brand it. I'm gonna brand it. But I got the coffee, bro. This stuff is like
you found it.
Let me
You
tell you,
finally found
when
it.
you make this coffee, it's like it looks like it already has milk in it, cream. That's how good this coffee is.
God.
Like heavy. It's so delicious, man.
Man,
But
straight from the coconut, the coconut plant.
I'm gonna rebrand it. I just sat down on my desk with the baby, and he's laughing. He took a dump, so now I'm back at the changing table. So I'll
As
be
soon as
back
he sat
upstairs.
down, he was like, "Yeah."
He heard Christian, and he was like,
You better not, bro.
"That Christian got crazy, ain't it? You heard him? He crazy, ain't it? You don't know what he talk about. You were made off pure coffee.
Pure coffee.
You were made off of coffee.
Yeah, as
Let-
he
let-
should be.
let-
As
Let's
all
look.
my
Let's look
kids
at a couple
were.
of the comments. You were made off of coffee. I saw a comment down here that says, "If I don't have caffeine, I am not human." I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. So I think the question would be, are they being serious or are they playing around?
Obviously, they're human if they're drinking the coffee, regardless.
Let me ask you this: Are you not human if you don't eat food?
Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. That's a good one. Are you not? I think we need to turn that into an hour conversation.
Oh Lord have mercy. Let's not say we did.
Matter of fact,
we can talk about Ezekiel.
why don't everybody just bring their favorite debater and we'll just look like a fool for 2 hours talking about it. Okay? Ready, go. AI coffee.
Hey,
You can't
I'm,
AI.
I'm already here.
Oh, my bad. Oh, Bill's
I
here.
was actually going to say that too.
Bill's here. Okay, Bill, go ahead. Ready?
You got them all here already.
Wait, Bill's here. Go.
JH said, Christian hit it. Christian, Bill, ready? Ding, ding, ding. Be 500 people in here in 10 minutes. The conversation they're having is, if you're
not with those two arguing. You got to have better arguers than that.
Nah. People are real stupid. They don't care. They'll watch a debate, and it's like watching people fight. You know.
People gonna leave. They're gonna be like, I don't even understand the bill guy.
Do what?
They said they're not going to understand that Bill guy.
Put me and Dre.
Like, oh,
Alex said, put me and Dre up against the Catholics. Oh my God. We might have to just start.
Oh, yeah.
We might just have to just start. I think I'm gonna call it descaled Mother May I. Mother May I descaled. And
Stop.
have a debate. Have a debate side.
Yeah.
The debate side will have about 90% more people watching it. Facts.
Only if I can be the mother.
These scales prescribers will rocket.
Yeah, it'll skyrocket. Oh yeah, they'll get 10, 20 a day.
We'll get up to 1 million subscribers on YouTube right there.
Yeah, it'd be. That's what I call Mother May I. Descaled Mother May I.
Mother
I'm
May
not gonna lie though.
stop.
If Proc decided to start debating, there's a lot of people out there that are lusting for his flesh.
They're going.
He got out there, boy.
They're gonna get.
Like Sodom and
They're gonna get eaten up. They're gonna be Goliath, and they're gonna say, "It is time that your flesh gets consumed." And just as David said, no, it will be your flesh to get consumed. It'd be very bad for them. They can watch Descaled all they want and take notes and think they got me figured out. There's so much stuff I ain't even said yet. They'd flip upside down in their bed. I'd embarrass every one of them. And I'll tell you what would be more embarrassing is if I just came on to TikTok and started debating right off the rip where they couldn't study me. They'd have been tore up from the floor up, bro. Straight up. Right now they think, oh, I think I figured it out. Still ain't figured it out.
They spent 2 months. They spent 2 months putting an argument together.
It ain't gonna go nowhere.
On the trees alone.
It ain't gonna go nowhere. It ain't going to. But look, again, what you got to do, remind yourself about arguments. They don't care. This is what you have to understand. I learned this doing this against lawyers. They don't care if you're right or not. They're looking for the stupid person that's going to believe what they're saying. Once you figure that out about debates, you'll stop. When you figure out, wait a minute, all I got to do is find a stupid person that's just going to believe what I say. Right. So, matter of fact, look what I'm saying right now. You know what the debater would say? Yeah, you're the one that's looking for a stupid person to believe you. That's what they'll say. And I'm like, no, if that was true, I'd be out there debating. So I'm not out there debating.
Well, I will tell you this. One of the best trial attorneys of all time, when you study him in law school, he said that in order to be an amazing trial lawyer and defendant is you have to care. If you don't care, you're not going to win cases. And the way he explains it is so good, man. It's brilliant. But that's why he was the best in the world, because he's the one that taught Johnny Cochran. He was one of Johnny Cochran was his student. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but he has a great book on this. And great guy. I thought he was interesting, because if you are passionate about something, then you will defend it a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, if
but being passionate, but being passionate and being of something that's true is two completely different things, right? So the
But if it's
scribes,
true and you're passionate, then you're undefeated.
right? You're undefeated, like me, every time. Every time. It'll happen every time. Right. Being passionate's great, and it'll help a lot. It will. But Jesus was undefeated. Right. He was undefeated.
Always will be.
Always will be. You know why? Because he was focused on making disciples. That's why. That's the reason. Being fruitful and multiply. Focused on just winning something. A lot of stupid people will believe what you're saying. No problem. But like I said, I've won cases in court. And if somebody wants to debate me and they've never won a case in court, I have proof that I can literally debate. They don't have proof that they can debate. What they have proof of is any stupid person will listen to something they say. Courtroom's a serious thing. It really is. It's a lot more serious than just yelling at each other about the Bible on TikTok. So.
Well, I will say this. That's why I don't lose against Catholics. Never lost against the Catholics.
Well,
impossible.
The Catholics are kind of already in a hole, man. Honestly, I hate to say that. Like,
well, not in their eyes. In their eyes,
well,
I'm a peasant, and they are the true church. So then you gotta just say, "Come here, buddy. Lay over my lap. Let me grab the paddle.
Yeah.
Pow, 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 pow."
Yeah. Like there's a lot. There's a lot of.
Right now,
go ahead.
Like I will say, like the apostolic succession, it gets completely annihilated with Paul. That's one thing I will say. Paul completely annihilates them, especially with 1 Corinthians chapter 11, when he talks about, this is what I learned from the Lord Jesus Christ on the day that he was betrayed. Bro, he wasn't even there. How either he's lying or God showed him exactly what happened that day. God taught him himself.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah. A lot of things he was told came from God, like straight up. So,
Pretty much all of it.
Yeah,
actually,
a lot of it. Well, I mean, it's what people are reading that is asking, hey, wait a minute, why do y'all do that like that when Paul is saying? And the answers, a lot of the times, the answer is always going to go back to, well, Jesus said. And so now here we go again. Like, we're just not going to respect that Jesus is the one that sent Paul. We're not going to respect that. That's a very odd thing. Very odd to me.
I will say the difference between Paul and most Christians is that, yes, the Spirit revealed to him a lot, like basically the gospel, right? The gospel portion, but he was already a learned man in the Tanakh. Most Christians are not learned in the Tanakh.
Exactly.
And they think that God is saying something to them, and it's not God, it's your emotion. And you think God says something. God didn't say that, because you got to cross-reference it with the Torah. You got to cross-reference it with the Tanakh, with the scriptures.
It has to go to the
Torah. You can say all day the Spirit told you something. Yeah. We see it on TikTok. The Spirit told me this. The Spirit didn't say that.
Yep.
The Spirit didn't say that. That's a lie.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Where's it at in the Old Testament?
Exactly.
90% of the time, straight stuttering. 5 to 10% of the time, they can kind of go in there, but it's like, nah, bro, it's not lining up with what you're saying. They have this New Testament, and they take that with emotion and freaking 5 hair follicles standing up on the back of their neck, and it was God. And it's like, bro, this is not lining up all the way over here. You have to be watered back.
How you explain the ministration of death. You see, somebody who doesn't know Old Testament, they look at this and say, look, you're going to die for saying, thou shalt honor your father and mother, you donkey.
Yeah.
You don't know what Paul is saying. Paul is studied in the Torah. We're talking about a disciple of Gamaliel himself. Like, I don't even think
and Jesus. Hey, and Jesus. So he's got the main, like, this dude went to freaking Princeton. You know what I mean? This dude went to Princeton to like understand what this means. Jesus comes in the picture. So he puts together, I mean, can you imagine, man, the mindset?
Listen, he got his
bachelor's degree of Pharisees.
He got his bachelor's degree from Princeton and his doctorate degree in Harvard.
Yeah, bro. And then Jesus goes, by the way, let me fill in the blanks. I mean, what? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why this whole thing, like, oh, the spirit told me that God, man, listen, I take that with a grain of salt half
Yeah.
the time, bro. When people say that,
Yeah.
9 out of 10, when somebody says that, it really is false. I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you, because normally people who already have the truth, they don't have to say all that. They'll just say, hey, man, look what I read here. Check this out,
Check
and they'll
this
go
out.
through scripture
That's
and
it.
break it down. Versus,
Yeah. The spirit. Yeah. The
thus saith
spirit
the Lord
said.
God.
Spirit.
Well, thus
But I
saith the
mean,
Lord,
but
nothing. I
nobody
shall.
wants to disrespect the spirit, right? So that's why they use it, right? The spirit. Let me show you what the spirit told me. Oh, the spirit. Hold on.
That's why
I
people used to get mad at Jesse, because Jesse would be like, Jesse will say, she'll say something that's true,
Yeah, what's
and then
spirit?
she wouldn't be able to explain it, right? And then people would be like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Oh, you just don't have the Holy Spirit. You just
yeah.
don't have the Holy Spirit."
Yeah.
Hey, that's why I wanted to say. A lot of people say that because then they're gonna say, "Oh, yeah, you're questioning the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
You're questioning the Holy Ghost now, huh?"
Yeah, bro.
All right. Anyways, Ezekiel
All
47. You
right,
ready
let's
to hit
go.
this before
Yeah.
this baby start crying?
Oh shoot. Hold on. Hey, and just so you know, Christian was about to take this, right. He was about to start reading it, going over it. He was about to do
I
it,
was
bro.
not about to
I'll
take this.
try
I
to
was
start.
trying to figure out
Yeah,
what
I got to
the
record it.
chapter
I got to
was.
record it. I got to record it.
I was trying to figure out what the chapter was, so I just read it out loud.
No, how dare you? How dare you?
Well, in context, before we start reading it, Ezekiel 47 is about a future prophecy, which we could say has happened spiritually. I don't know that it's physically happened, or is it spiritual and physical? I don't know.
We're gonna
That's what
find
we're
out.
gonna
We're
get
gonna
to the
we're gonna
bottom
we're
of.
gonna find
Yeah,
out. We're gonna find out.
because some people say it's physical only, some people say it's spiritual only. I think it's both, but I don't know. We'll find. We'll figure it out in a minute.
Yeah. All
I
right.
mean,
So
and by the way,
47 is. Oh,
the reason I think it's both is because he gives specific measurements for this temple. Like, why would he do that
we're gonna
unless
find out.
there's like some
We're gonna find out.
Kabbalistic
Bro,
1,000?
trot.
We're
I'm sorry.
gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Why? Why was everything created in 7 days? There's got to be a reason. Why
Right.
are the measurements just like this? There's got to be a reason.
Hmm.
There is. There's always a reason. And the Bible tells you the reason of numbers. All that stuff's in there. All right.
All right.
20.
There
How many
is
verses? 23? 24?
23. So it's 23. So I don't know, Nina, you want to start reading or somebody else?
Yeah, I got you.
Anybody?
Well, he rested.
I got it.
Christy, he rested on the seventh day. You know, everybody always goes, yeah, he created everything in 6 days, and on the seventh day he rested. That day counts. I'm telling
That's why
you.
Dion's number is 21, because it's 7 times 3, the perfection of the best football player.
7 times 3. Yeah, Deion Sanders. Yeah.
Bro, trot.
What?
When I was looking up this verse, I don't know why, but ChatGPT made an image of Ezekiel's temple. It actually looks pretty cool.
Oh.
I don't know why it made a picture, but it did.
Well, let's talk about that for 3 hours.
Okay, let's talk
Okay,
about it.
ready? Ezekiel 47.
47.
Verse 1.
All right.
Afterward, he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east, and the waters came down from the right side of the house, at the south side of the altar. Then brought he me out of the way of the gate northward, and led me about the way without unto the utter
It's
gate
simple.
by the way that looketh eastward. And behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters. The waters were to the ankles. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters. The waters were to the knees. Again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through. The waters were to the loins. Afterward, he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass over, for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. And he said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen this? Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river. Now, when I had returned, behold, the bank of the river were very many trees on the one side and on the other. Then said he unto me, these waters issued out toward the east country, and go down into the desert, and go into the sea, which being brought forth unto the sea, into the sea, the waters shall be healed. And it shall come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth, whithersoever the river shall come, shall live. And there shall be a great multitude of fish, because these waters shall come thither, for they shall be healed, and everything shall live whither the river cometh. And it shall come to pass that the fishers shall stand upon it from Engedi even unto Engelaim, that shall be a place to spread forth nets. Their fish shall be according to their kinds, as the fish of the great sea, exceeding many. But the miry places thereof and the marishes therefore shall not be healed. They shall be given to salt, and
All
by
right,
the
stop right there.
river.
Stop right there. Stop right there. So
Okay.
somebody else can start reading. But real quick, so let's recap right quick. This is why I think it's already happened, right? Because it's talking about catching fish with the nets, and we've already talked about this on Descaled, which is the nets, right? We catch the leviathan with the hook, but we catch people with nets.
Yeah.
So this spiritually, in my opinion, has to already have happened at this point. So I don't know if it's only spiritual, but anyways, just seeing that so far is that's very telling that whatever. By the way, physically, Jews believe that this temple that's going to let this river out is actually going into the Dead Sea in Israel, because the Dead Sea grows nothing; it's completely dead. There's no there's no animals that live in there because the salt level is so high that it can never have like you're not going to catch bass out there. Okay,
Yeah.
so uh, so they're saying that when the Messiah comes, this river, the sign of that will be that this river gets healed. And I recently saw a rabbi talking about, look, it looks like we're starting to have some life. Right next to it, there's like a little pond, and it grew life and whatever, whatever. But anyways, I just wanted to put a little context there. Who's gonna read the rest? And let's try. You're gonna say something, or you just
No,
gonna
no,
wait
go
till the
ahead.
end?
No, go ahead. That's fine.
All right,
Go ahead.
who's gonna read next? Go ahead,
I
sister.
can.
Go ahead.
And by the
At
river
12.
upon the bank at 12, Ezekiel 47:12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months, because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary. And the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine. Thus saith the Lord God, this shall be the border whereby ye shall inherit the land according to the 12 tribes of Israel. Joseph shall have 2 portions, and ye shall inherit it, one as well as another, concerning the which I lifted up mine hand to give it unto your fathers. And this land shall fall unto you for inheritance. And this shall be the border of the land toward the north side, from the great sea, the way of Hethlon, as men to Zedad, Hamath, Rothath, Sebraim, which is between the border of Damascus and the border of Hamath, Hazar Hatticon, which is by the coast of Haran. And the border from the sea shall be Hazarnan, the border of Damascus, the north of northward, and the border of Hamath, and this is the north side. And the east side ye shall measure from Haran, and from Damascus, and from Gilead, and from the land of Israel by Jordan, from the border unto the east sea. And this is the east side. And the south side southward from Tamar, even to the waters of strife and Kadesh, the river to the great sea. And this is the south side southward. The west side also shall be the great sea from the border, till a man come over against Hamath. This is the west side. So shall ye divide this land unto you according to the tribes of Israel. And it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it, lot for an inheritance unto you, and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall beget children among you. And they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. And it shall come to pass that in what tribe the stranger sojourner, there shall ye give him his an inheritance, saith the Lord God.
All right. So in
Amen.
order,
By the way,
oh, let me say this real
oh,
quick.
real
Let me
quick.
say, no, let me say this real quick. In order, we have a temple with water flowing, and then it starts talking about fishers of men, and then it starts talking about foreigners. And the what it said right here was, there will be strangers that sojourn among you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll just do 22. It says, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by lot for an inheritance unto you and to the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall beget children among you. And they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. So we have a temple with flowing water, fishers of men, and then now we have foreigners who become like them. So this has already happened. This has already happened right here.
And you know, it's funny because it says that the river heals and it allows you to throw nets into the sea.
Yeah, it allows you. Yeah.
Because it's healed now. By the way, I was gonna say I just got my football card in the mail. Somebody just left it at my door. It's only I don't know, 50,000 years later.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's in my possession.
You Did you open the package yet?
Not yet.
Oh.
I just put it on my desk. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I was cracking up. I was like, oh, look at this.
Oh, he was talking about it on the live.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was tempted to be like, I'm gonna wait till Drake comes and be like, oh, hey, bro, here's your card.
I figured that, honestly, that's what I thought was gonna end up happening.
I was like, man, I can't do that, bro. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I'm gonna mail it. I was like, I hated enough on them for 2 months. I think I let it pass. I'll mail it over there. Yeah. So yeah.
On verse 12, when it talks about the trees for meat, and the leaves of fade, and neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his mouth.
Yeah.
Right?
What about
because they are what? Those are believers, right? And
whoa, it says months, brother, not mouse.
Month, whatever. Months, right.
Months. According to his months, not mouths.
Okay, Professor. Thank you for correcting me.
No, I'm saying that's a big difference.
So try.
I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad.
Try. Is the temple with the water flowing out of the right side is that?
Dang, is Bill done?
Christian.
Is Bill done?
Yeah, I'm not even done, Christian.
I didn't hear him talking.
Are you here?
I'm here.
How did you not? I heard him talking.
I put my phone in a place that keeps losing service, like at my desk or someone, and then moved over.
Well,
to the side.
then Christian, then do us all a favor, and make sure you pay attention for about a whole minute or two before you just start talking. So clearly, somebody could be talking, bro. Clearly.
Yeah, like Dre was talking before. All right, in verse 12, it's showing believers and the fruit of the Spirit.
Yeah. So, well, first you got to go to. Before we go to verse 12, look what it says right here. Let me see. Passes everything that liveth. Nope. Said it to him, the waters issue out toward the east. Okay, so in verse 8, where it says these waters issue out towards the east, these waters are coming from what? Where's it coming from?
Eden.
No, I'm saying listen, I'm saying reading comprehension, okay? Ezekiel 47, meaning the only answer you can give me are the black letters on the white page right here. So if you don't
Coming
find the
from
answer,
the bank of the river. The bank of the river.
yeah, but where's the water coming from? Where is
the
the
river.
water? Where? Show me. Where's the river coming from?
From the temple. From the temple.
Okay, prove it. Prove it that it's coming from the temple. Where?
The Holy Spirit revealed it to me.
No, bro. I'm saying in scripture.
No, I know. I'm just teasing.
It's the Holy Spirit. I felt it, bro. I felt it. Okay, I felt it.
It says unto look waters. So the whole vision from 47 starting in 1 and 2, he's talking about the temple. So he said he brought me again afterwards to the house, and the rivers and the waters issued out from under the threshold of the house.
All right, right there, so under the threshold. Okay, what verse is under the threshold?
Verse 1.
So he says, after he brought me again unto the door of the house, and y'all should know what the house is, the temple, right? It's not a house someone is living in.
The Lord. It's the house of the
It's
Lord.
the house of the Lord. So he says, again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. So water came out of the temple eastward, towards the east. Water did. The Bible says
that's Eden, bro. That's Eden. That's Eden in the Garden of Eden. I mean, it's almost the identical description in Genesis.
Yeah, but now there's a temple here. There's a temple here now. Right? Right?
Yeah.
A lot of other verses, it's just the water coming from Eden. And there's other verses that it talks the exact same way coming from Eden. But here it says, oh, there's a temple there. Oh, go ahead.
See, I connected. The reason I say when I read Genesis or in Genesis, I compare it to like Revelation, right? So I'm like, okay, so it says that the water flows from under the throne of God. So if the water flows from under the throne of God in Eden, that means that water, that river that flew through Eden had to have come from the throne of God. That's why I think it's a temple.
Right. So look, so watch this. Yeah. Yeah. So so the water comes from Eden, it comes from the temple, it comes from the throne of God. Right. This is stuff I talk about all the time. You have all these different names, but it's the same thing. This is real hard for people to accept. It really is. Because they want to see the throne of God, Eden's river, and the temple water. They want to see them all separate, and they're not. They're not all separate. Now, there's distinction in the Bible, and there's a reason for that. Just like there's a distinction between Father, Son, Holy Spirit. There is a distinction between those. Like you can't take away what Scripture says. It talks about a river coming out of Eden. It talks about a river coming from the throne of God. Talks about water, a river coming from the temple. So you can't take away the distinction, throne, temple, Eden. Those words have to remain like that in the Bible. You can't take that away. But Revelation is going to show you that this water is coming from the same thing. But to say that when the Bible is talking about the Eden, the throne, the temple, those three things are not the same thing. Like, that's why the words are different in the Bible. Words are different. Temple, throne, Eden. But then Paul reveals, know ye not that ye are the temple, right? So we're the temple, right?
Right.
And the Bible says that we sit in heavenly places. We sit in heavenly places. Is that what it says?
Yes.
So
yes.
Yes, right now.
Who is sitting in heaven? Who's sitting there? Who's sitting?
We are. Jesus at the right hand.
Jesus is sitting at the right hand. Is he sitting on a throne?
Yes.
So Jesus is sitting on a throne, which means we're sitting on a throne, and he is the temple of God, and we're in him, and he's in the Father, right?
Right.
So when this is talking about a temple that has water coming out of it, and we already know that Eden has water coming out of it, the throne has water coming out of it, and then you say Eden's not heaven.
No. I give you another one. And then the Bible says that waters run from our bellies.
Yeah, what verse?
So that means, oh man, I got to look it up. I don't know off the top of my
Oh,
head.
you talking about when Jesus said, "Believers in me, out of their bellies"?
Out of their bellies shall
bro.
flow rivers of living water. So,
Yeah.
like, where does this living water come from? So, what's inside of you? So does that not prove that you are the temple of God?
Yeah, that's why Paul
Because
said it.
water's flowing out of you.
Yeah, Paul understood all this. He understood it. He understood, man. He had no fear of saying this. When you know something is true, you have no fear. Now, if you believe something, but you haven't studied it out yourself, there are a lot of people that will maybe just listen to a man and they will not study it for themselves. And I'll give you a perfect example. There will always be people that's not going to believe what you say because they're going to say you're just copying what Trot said. So they won't believe you. But let's say that what I'm saying is true. Let's just say it is true. It is wrong for someone to just copy what I'm saying. But what's going to end up happening if they go study it themselves, they will see that it's true. They will see. But you know what people will still say? Oh, you're just copying what Trot is saying. So now you can't copy. If something is true, you can't copy. Is that true?
So you can't. You can't even quote the Bible then because you didn't write the Bible. You didn't write it.
Yeah. So yeah,
you just think that because the Bible
right.
says
You're just copying the Bible. You see how stupid that sounds? You're just copying what the Bible says, right? Like an atheist will say, "What makes you think God is real?" What do you mean, bro? It says right here, bro. Man wrote that. You're just regurgitating what a man is telling you. Isn't that what they say about the Bible?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Every time.
So when you go to school and you're learning 1 + 1, and then you go tell your mom, 1 + 1 is 2. You're just copying what your teacher told you. That makes sense, bro. That makes sense to say that. You go get a bachelor's degree from a college and you tell your family, I graduated. I got my bachelor's degree. You're just copying what your professors told you. That's how we approach things like that. No, they don't do that. Nobody tells someone that gets a bachelor's degree from a college, you're just parroting what your college taught you. Does people do that, bro? And if they do, they went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I'm trying to tell y'all, when people say stuff like this, you need to start asking yourself, why are they saying that to you? Oh, you're just copying what Trot said. Is what Trot said true or not? Because if it's true, so now we're not supposed to copy truth? That's how this works? So if someone is telling the truth, you're not supposed to tell the truth with them or what? Right? So what's really going on is there are people, they cannot open scripture, bro. They can't. And they read it a lot and they still can't open. They cannot grasp what this thing is saying. And when someone is believing someone else about the Bible, they don't like it. They want people to go to them to listen to the Bible. So what do? They attack whoever you're saying is teaching you something, they attack it. And you have to start asking yourself, why? Why are they attacking? They're obviously going to tell you because that's a lie. That's what they're going to say. But I tell you this, if you go study it yourself, you will see that what we're talking about right here, it's not a lie. So then when you finally realize, wait a minute, this is true. Now you need to go back to that person and be like, hey, why are you saying this is not true? And let me tell you what I've learned these 15 years. Let me tell you what I've learned. You'll have people, again, that will mimic stuff you are saying, and they just start twisting stuff all over the place. And they make it look like that they're saying something you're saying, and they'll go, oh, but that person got this wrong, and I'm going to show you how to correct it. I'm trying to tell you, if you get in the Bible yourself, you'll see this to be true, but you have to get in there yourself. If not, you're going to be asking this person, hey, what do you think this verse means? Oh, it means this. And then they go to someone else. Hey, what do you think this means? And they waste years of their life asking all these people that are claiming that they're teachers of the word. They just go from one person who calls himself a teacher to another, and eventually they just make up their mind on which one they think is true. That is not studying the Bible. Obviously, some of those people are not going to tell you the truth. So when you say, well, which one? You're not going to know unless you go freaking study the Bible. You're never going to know. You're just going to be hopping from this one to that one to this one over there. You're not going to know. If you go study it yourself, you'll know, man. You'll know. You'll see it. If you just keep hopping from one person to another, listen, half of them are probably telling you the truth, and the other half are probably not. But to keep playing the game, well, which one? Which one is telling me the truth? Jesus tells the truth. Go let him tell you what it says, because it's in there. It's in there perfectly.
You know what's hilarious with the argument you just gave? If they say, oh, you say that because Trot said that. Okay, great. What do you say this means? And they give you it and say, okay, how do you know that's true? Well, my teacher, okay, how do you know he's right? You're just parroting him.
Again, that's what I'm saying.
The Holy Spirit. Well, then you're parroting the Holy Spirit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a very stupid. You have to be able to look at someone, bro, when they're, oh, you're just parroting that person. You're just believing what they tell you. Okay. Well, you tell me. So they want you to listen to them. Very hypocritical thing. It's not about it. I don't understand the converted Christians. And you know what? There's people that try to be slick. I'm not a Christian. Oh, do you believe in Jesus Christ? You're a Christian. Yeah, you are. You're a little Christ, bro. Oh, wait a minute. Do you make disciples? Oh, you don't? You're right. You're not a Christian. You're not a follower of Christ. Yes, I am. I'm a follower of Christ. Do you make disciples, bro? No. Okay. He said, go make disciples. Why are you not doing what he's telling you to do? Please let me hear your excuse. Give me the reason why you're not doing the law of Jesus, which is go and make disciples. Be fruitful and multiply. That is a law. His law. You can talk about obeying laws. You're not obeying the first one that you're told to do. But everything's about laws. But they're not doing that one. This, you can tell that this is what you're looking for. Are you fruitful and multiplying? Do we have a mod on YouTube? Because we need one bad. We need one bad. I'm surprised we haven't gotten muted. Why is that? How stupid are you being? Guys, they have to be like acting really complete. Like this Poison, obviously you're poison. Brainwash, something, glory. Oh, no, you were brainwashed. Your parents lied to you. Your parents lied to you. But yeah, so it's really neat right here, right? I'll just go over because we already read it. But it says, afterward, he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. For the forefront of the house stood toward the east. Isn't that where the garden is?
The gate to enter into the garden, yeah. The east, right?
Did you hear what I said? Why are you saying the word gate, bro? Are you listening? Man, dude, look. It says, behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house of the east, for the forefront of the house house stood toward the east. What was in the east? What's in the east of Eden?
The Garden of Eden.
Right, the garden. The garden is in the east. And where is this temple? In the east, right?
Yes.
Toward the east says, and the waters came down from under from the right side of the house. The right side. What does the right side represent in the Bible? The right
The
side?
righteousness of God.
The righteousness of God. So
I
it
mean,
comes from the
and
right
see,
side.
you see, it says it came down,
Yeah, it came down.
meaning like a mountain. It's coming from a mountain.
Yeah.
Because it
Oh,
can
yeah.
only come down from a mountain. It's the authority of God, the mountain of God. The temple of God is in this mountain.
Yeah.
And from this mountain flows this water that heals towards the east.
Yeah.
But Trot, wouldn't that be Jesus on the cross when his side is pierced? Right side?
Bro, all of that's the same thing. So that's why I'm asking about the right side. Jesus told the disciples, you catch any fish? No, we toiled all night. We caught nothing. Cast your net on the right side. Ain't that what he says?
Yes.
On the right side, right? He sat down on the right side of the Father, right? Because he's a Republican. He's not on the left side.
That's right.
By the way, it's funny because even in that scripture, like, are we going to say that Peter never fished on the right side all night long? Of course he did.
Oh, yeah.
He
He's
had
a
to fish on
fisherman.
both sides.
He's a fisherman, yeah.
But it's different when the Spirit tells you to cast on the right side.
Yeah, because that's talking about casting, utilizing faith. That's what that is, right? We catch fish by faith, right? So catching fish by faith is meaning that we're looking, where is Christ at? Where's he at, right? The song, I'm Your Miracle, that's why I wrote it the way that I wrote it. I cast a net where I see you walking. Where I see you walking. That's where I cast a net. So people will see me making disciples. They'll see people debating. And I hate to say it, I really do. But the majority of that, none of that is faith. You know, you're not going to catch fish that way. Does that mean miracles won't happen and you'll get 1 out of 50,000? Of course. There's a video. I don't know if y'all know who Sam Shimon is, but there's a video that I saw and I didn't get to see the whole video. So if I'm wrong, I'll apologize right now, but I will tell you what the video looked like. Okay.
Unknown caller.
But I'll tell you what the video looked like. The video starts off and he's like, oh my God, something, like majesty, this majesty event happened. Oh my God, I can't believe it happened. That's how he starts this video from what I saw. And he said that he needed gas or something. He had to go to the gas station and he's, at some other, I don't know if he's in another state, another country. And he's with a certain, friend or whatever. And he goes to a gas station and I do not recall why he's having a conversation with this man. I don't remember. Sam. Yeah. I think he recently became a Catholic. Yeah. Like maybe a year or two ago or something.
Oh, it's a little longer than that, but yeah, he's a Catholic.
Oh, he's a Catholic. Anyway, and he's like, oh my God, something amazing happened. And I wouldn't have been watching it unless he said that. In my mind, I'm like, I got to hear what he is claiming is amazing because he just debates. Like, that's really all he does. So I'm like, well, what is he going to call amazing? And he basically, to me, it sounds like he's at a gas station. He meets this guy. I don't remember how or what. But he asked the guy because the conversation is pretty much done. And the guy says to him, salam alaikum. He says, and he's like, wait a minute. He's like, are you a, Islamic believer? And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And he goes, and he goes, where are you from? And I think he was Puerto Rican, I think, or Cuban or Puerto Rican, one of them. And he goes, what? You converted to Islam? You're Cuban or Puerto Rican? The guy goes, yeah. And he goes, hold on. He goes, and I talked to the guy for 15 minutes or however, a short time. It wasn't long. And the video cut off. So if one of y'all find it and find the conclusion of that, let me know. What it sounds like is maybe he got the guy to see that was wrong and come back to the Lord. Okay. But a comment that I really wanted to make, like in his comment, is how funny. You debate all day, you win no one to the Lord, but you run into someone, you share the gospel with them, and you caught a fish. Now, I will say this. I do not know if that's a conclusion to it, but that's what it looked like to me because he said something miraculous happened. And the only thing based on the Bible that would be miraculous if he was able to give him the gospel and have him turn back, away from Islam and come back to God. But it's just let me go back to what I was getting at. Again, that if that's the case, then that's because he finally threw the net on the right side. You understand? That's the whole point I'm making. You can throw it. You could throw it in the sea all day. Debate. You're trying to catch fish on your own merit. But if you just did it the way God told you to do it, you catch fish all the time. Okay.
I have your answer, Trot.
To what?
Sam Shamoon.
Oh, what's the answer?
The answer is no. The guy doesn't directly come to Christ. He confronted him about Muhammad and Aisha's marriage, and the guy felt convicted and didn't like what he heard. But he said that it was an encounter of Jesus for him to go there and tell him about that and the meaning of salam and all this other stuff.
Well, like I said, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I said from the beginning, I don't know the conclusion of this, but I was hoping that the guy came back,
Not on that video.
All right. It's all good. Let me look at something here. Let me see. Hey, what verse in Genesis are the four rivers?
I think it's 2, but let me see the verse.
Yeah, it's in 2, around 10.
10. It's literally 10.
Yeah.
As right as you said 10 is when I was getting up on it. Dang. Dos y diez.
Yeah. All right.
14.
Huh?
10 through 14.
10 through 14. Yeah. But notice how the water comes out of Eden, right? Comes out of the throne, out of the temple. And everybody's like, bro, these are not the same places. And, it's like, oh my God, bro. Like, if you would just understand how much study that it took me to see this, bro. It's crazy. They just think you're reading 3 verses and like, I have an idea. No, bro. Like it's all over the Bible. I didn't even tell Dre to bring this up. It don't matter what you bring up. This is going to say the same thing. But, it talks about the temple, water coming out of it. I'm talking about the Bible in its entirety, right? The temple, the Eden, right? The throne. And even though they're all the same thing, the distinction is very important, right? We all have to know that there is a throne, there is a temple, and there is a place called Eden. All those names are important to understand the Bible, like black letters on a white page, like to understand. But when it's revealed to you why the same thing has so many names, when it's revealed, wait a minute, like why does he have so many names? And then God is doing this over and over. It'll be one thing, but it has many names. Again, over here, one thing, many names. Like soil doesn't just have one name, right? Soil, dirt, dust, earth, many names, but yet it's talking about the same thing. And the way God took all these words to keep pointing to one thing, all these things for one thing, all these things for one thing. And he does this over and over, man, all over in the Bible. And if you're just focused on the black letters on a white page, then where you're stuck is with the story. You're just stuck with that Jonah got swallowed by a whale. There's no other meaning. It's just the miracle is he was going to die in the belly of a whale, and God pulled him out of the whale. That's it. That's all that's there. And it's like that in the whole Bible. Samson was a regular man, but when he started believing God, he became strong and he defeated the enemy. There's no other meaning there. That's it. It's just showing us that God does miracles. When that's all you see, you'll be trying to get God to do these kind of miracles in your life here. In the world, everything needs to be practical. Can you make it more practical? And it's like, what, bro? The story of Samson is not about a man. When I was little, bro, like maybe 10, there used to be this group that would travel America, and they'd like be real strong guys. They'd break stuff. What were they called, Dre?
The power team.
Power team. The power team would come and they would pray. They would tell everybody, okay, like Samson, pray to God for strength. And everybody's like, Lord, please make it be able that this man can break 7 bats over his forehead, even though he's got to go to the hospital and make sure that his fracture didn't go all the way to the back of his spine. Lord, please make this man tear a telephone pole. You know, that nobody, I mean, not a telephone pole, telephone book. All the yellow pages, Lord, even though my ad is in there and no one will now be able to see it, I pray that you make them strong enough to ruin. And everybody is praying for these men to get a supernatural power to break stuff, to show how strong they are. Half of these guys on steroids, freaking jacked up on Mountain Dew, but we all need to pray to show how strong that these men are in the name of God. I get it. Trust me. I 100% get it. But that's not the reason that Samson became strong. So he can just break stuff. It was showing something a whole lot deeper. It had nothing to do with him just being physically strong. Now, in real life, Samson became strong and he really did unalive people. But it's so crazy that Jesus, the way he wrote this wasn't just so we can see that God was working in someone's life. It was so we can understand the whole purpose of this. What was the whole purpose? And the whole purpose was this man who was stronger than everybody, that God was using more mighty than anybody else, that when he came to the 2 pillars, it was all for this moment right here, where he says, Lord, give me vengeance this one time, he says, for my eyes that were taken from me. And he says, let me die with the Philistines. This is what he said. But in Hebrew, it says, let my soul die with the Philistines. Now, just the idea, let me die with the Philistines, it's not enough. I mean, you still can see it though, but it's not enough. But when you notice that what he actually said is, let my soul die with the Philistines, and you already understand that God has a soul and it's Jesus. If you don't understand that, him saying, let my soul die with the Philistine, well, yeah. I mean, you know, the soul and the body is the same thing, body and soul. I mean, but when you've studied it all out and you know exactly what the soul is, when you know what that is, and this man says, let my soul die with the Philistines, then you know the story is, you're messed up now. You're messed up. The story will never be the same. And when I say messed up, I mean messed up in a good way. It'll never ever be the same, because the meanings of all these stories are not just to show these physical men and women doing miracles. God, because again, you're trying to force this world. You need God to show you how to live here more practical. Your life is not about how to just be more practical here. It's not. You're called to a bigger calling than you just trying to figure out how you're going to get $5 of gas in your car. Right? Seek you first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will follow. You know, it's funny. People don't do that, and they want to know why their life is not more practical here. They're not doing that. But your perspective will change. The whole Bible will change. The way that it was, the way that it's read, it's changed. The way God has intended you to see it. Your eyes, what is pleasant. If this world is still pleasant to you, then you can't see the pleasantness of the Lord in the Bible. It'll never happen, because this world is still pleasant. It's still pleasant to you. So that means when you go look in there, you know what's pleasant to you? The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. That's what's pleasant to you, like Eve. But the tree of life is not pleasant to you. Why? Because you don't see it pleasant yet. You don't. But when you see that the tree of life is pleasant, and then at the very end of this story, and I'm not talking about Revelation, I'm talking about the conclusion of the Messiah, the seed, the promise to come. When we see that Jesus said, or that the Bible tells us, right? It says it's the Father speaking from heaven. It says, "This is my Son, in who I'm well pleased." The Father is not going around calling all kinds of things pleasant. It's not in there. It's not in there, bro. Right? Someone that's in their feelings, one day this is pleasant, the next day that's pleasant, right? Like a kid, right? You give kid candy, and you know who's their favorite aunt or uncle? The one that bought them the candy. They become pleasant. Oh, I want to be around aunt or uncle so-and-so. And then next year, somebody else gives them the best gift. That becomes their favorite. What is pleasant to the kid's eyes, it changes every 6 months. It goes from this to that, from this. And then if you're not a good parent, and if you happen to be one of them that wasn't a good parent, I'm not trying to condemn you, so wake the heck up. I'm just pointing something out. But if the kid's not having a good parent, the kid, let's say it was a boy, and let's say when the kid was, I don't know, 6, he liked Ninja Turtles, and now he's 14, and the dad ain't been around. And he's like, oh man, I don't know, something happened in his life. He's got to go see his son. He brings 8 Ninja Turtles with him. And there's only 4, but I'm saying he brought 2 of every kind, because they got several different kinds. But he brings 8, 15, whatever, and the dude's 14. He goes, hey, bud, look what I got you. Ninja Turtles? Well, yeah, they used to be your favorite. Yeah, when I was 7, bro. What are you talking about? I'm 14. Well, we just like Ninja Turtles. So, pleasant, what is pleasant? See, God's eyes never change what's pleasant to him. It never changes. He's not like us in the flesh, that every 30 minutes something different pleases us. There's only one thing that always pleases the Father, and it's his own soul. That's it. Nothing else. It's him. It's him that pleased the whole time. So when the Bible was written, there's 2 things that are pleasing in the Bible: the thing that is good and the thing that is bad. Just like today. Like when I was telling you, there's, you have a man that has relations with his wife, and he'll tell you that is pleasant to me. And a man that's not married, and he's just running around having relations with whatever woman he wants, and he says, oh yeah, it's very pleasant, very pleasant to do that. Notice how they're using the same word, but they both are saying something different, right? The world is going to say that having relations with the woman is it feels good to both of them. Yeah, we get it. Yeah. But one is pleasant in God's eyes and one is not, but yet it's the same thing. Same thing. So in the Bible, there are 2 pleasants. There's the tree of life that is pleasant to God, and then there's a tree of knowledge of good and evil that became pleasant to man, but it wasn't pleasant. It wasn't. And the Bible does this in the whole thing. And when Jesus receives the Spirit, the Father says, in who I am well pleased. And he uses the word, that one word that is used the same way in God's sight. It's used the same way in its entirety. Eden means pleasant. So the pleasant place, water comes out of it. And Jesus said, believers in me, out of their belly flow rivers of living water. What rivers? The Eden rivers, those rivers. The Bible tells us that out of the throne, river comes out of it. And where we're at right now in Ezekiel 47, It says, afterward, he brought me again unto the door of the house, which is the temple. And behold, waters issued out from under the threshold of the house eastward. So now we have a direction for those who study the word. Now we have a direction where God is confirming to those that can see and hear what this place is. Because it's not just a temple, it just happens to be in the east or facing the east. But you see this east coming in the same place right here. And it says, and the waters came down under, and then he gives us he gives us a side, right? In the Bible, there's sides. And it says, and the waters came down from under the right side. So it's not just temple, it's east, right side. Right? Jesus tell the disciples that are fishing, cast a net on the right side. Jesus sat on the right side of the Father. Right? Ehud was a left-handed man, and he made him a double-edged dagger, and he girded it on his right side. Very important. On the right side of the house and the south side of the altar, then brought he me out of the way of the gate that was to the north, and led me about the way without unto the utter gate, by the way that he looketh eastward. And behold, there ran out waters on the right side. And when the man that had the line, and that's the measuring stick, right? And when the man that had the line in his hand went forth eastward, he measured 1,000 cubits, and he brought me through the waters, and the waters were at ankles. So we'll talk about this water level, right? The ankles, knees, loins, and the one that can't be passed, right? Ankles, knees, loins, and the one that can't be passed. And it says, the waters to my ankles. Then it says, again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through the waters, and the waters were to the knees. Again, he measured 1,000. So is he just measuring 1,000, like, and he keeps going and the water gets higher? Is that what's happening?
Basically, yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the way it's presented to us, right? And it says,
right. But
and it said,
1,000 is 1,000. It's a day.
Yes. So it says, so he says, okay. Got to the knees. He goes, again, he measured 1,000 and brought me through, and the waters were to my loins. Afterward, he measured 1,000, and it was a river that I could not pass over. He couldn't pass over this river. He says, for the waters were risen, waters to swim in, a river that could not be passed over. And he said unto me, Son of man, hast thou seen this? Then he brought me and caused me to return to the brink of the river. So that is obviously before it was at his ankles. He took him back. So he went all the way to his loins. Huh? Oh, he went all the way to his loins, turned around, and what happened? The water went back to his knees, went back to his ankles, and now he's at the brink. Oh man, what'd I do? Let's see what I did. My bad. Let's see. Swim, river, took me, son of man, brink of the river. All right, 7, he says, now when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were very...
Unknown caller.
He said, and that, this is verse 7. Ezekiel 47:7. Now when I had returned, behold, at the bank of the river were very many trees on the one side and on the other side. Then said he unto me, these waters issue out toward the east country, and go down into the desert. So the water is going into a desert, right? The water. And this is
Yes.
It's going to the desert.
it's going
yes.
to the desert. So life is going to something dead, right? Life is going to something that's dead.
Yes.
And it says, go into the desert, and it says, and go into the sea. So what does it mean that it's going into the desert and it's going into the sea? The desert and the sea?
Death is going to the lost, basically.
Yeah, it's the world. It's the fallen world. The whole world is the desert. The whole world. And the sea is the murmurings of the world. That's what it is. The sea is the boistering murmurings, the complaints, right? The people that murmur against God, the worldly people. And it says, it goes down into the desert and it goes into the sea. It says, which being brought forth into the sea, the waters shall be healed. The waters shall be healed. Right. So in the Old Testament, we see this multiple times. One of them is the bitter water. And a tree was cast into it and it became sweet. Was the waters healed? The waters were healed, right? And when you know that Christ is the tree of life, there's no other that heals. It's him. It's the tree of life that heals. Nothing else heals. So it says, and it came, 9, and it came, and it shall come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth, with whithersoever the river shall come, shall live. And there shall be a very great multitude of fish. When Jesus told the disciples 2 times, cast a net on the right side, how was it described on how many fish they caught?
Multitude.
Overwhelming.
Overwhelming.
Boat couldn't even catch it.
One of them, a boat couldn't even hold them. Another one,
The
it
net
was
was
ripping the nets.
Yeah.
There were so many, which is describing that there's too many for you yourself to catch. There's too many. And it says that there's a multitude of fish because these waters shall come thither, for they shall be healed, and everything shall live, whether the river cometh. Wherever this river goes, everything shall be what? Healed? What it says? Everywhere it goes.
Yes.
This is that deluge. This is that flood that I am claiming. I've never heard anyone say this. I don't care. I know what I see. And there are 2 everything in the Bible, and this is the second flood. And you'll have people say, no, he said he would never send a flood. No, there you go again. That's not what it says. It says that he would never send a flood to destroy, bro. It doesn't say he would never send a flood again. He said he would never send one to destroy. And Jesus is this is that river. And that's why it says he measured 1,000 and it went to my ankles. He measured 1,000 and it was to my knees. He measured 1,000 and it was to my loins. And he measured 1,000 and I cannot pass over. This is showing the second flood. Right here. But it didn't come to destroy. It came to save, not to destroy. Jesus said, I come not to destroy. I come to save. Why? Because the first flood came to destroy, but the second flood came to save. Okay? So it says, let's see. For they shall be healed. I went too far up. Great sea, right here. All right, 11. Shall be according to their, nope. I was at 9. What 9? They shall live whether the river cometh. All right, yeah, wherever the river goes, things are going to come alive, is what it's saying. And it shall come to pass that the fishers, all right, that the fishers shall stand upon it from En Gadai. Somebody go look up that word. So we're in Ezekiel 47, verse 10. Who's going to look it up? Who can? En Gadai. Even unto En Eglaim. They shall be a place to spread forth nets. So let's go look at the name of these two places that is going to be a place to spread forth nets. Their fish shall come, I'm sorry, their fish shall be according to their kind, as the fish of the great sea, exceeding many. But 2 times, yeah, what's the word mean though? H5872?
Fountain of a kid.
Fountain of a kid? Yeah, all right. We should know what that means. Everybody should know what that means. Fountain of a kid, right? Being born again.
Yeah.
All right, and what's the other one? Man.
What was the question? I had a phone call coming. I apologize.
Yeah, so in Ezekiel 47, verse 10, it says, and it shall come to pass that the fishers shall stand upon it from En Gadi, which in Hebrew that means, what does it mean?
I was
The other
already
one
on
is
it, actually.
fountain of 2 calves.
All right, so you got fountain of a kid and a fountain of calves.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, it also, in the original, I was going through this while you were talking earlier before the phone call came in, and it also uses, like in the Hebrew Chaldean lexicon, it calls it an eye.
Calls
eye to eye.
Calls what an eye? The 2 places?
Yeah, the places.
Yeah.
It calls them like from eye to eye. It says between the eyes or the forehead or the forefront of the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
It's
right.
It says to set one's eye on anyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Which would be the mark of Christ. That's what that would be pointing to.
Exactly.
Right. Right. From and basically it's like from these 2 eyes. Right? Samson says, give me vengeance for my 2 eyes that were taken from me. So now we can see again because we put on the mind of Christ. And now we know that we're supposed to make disciples. This is why I say when people are not making disciples and they claim that they're saved by this man that came down here, the seed that became flesh, he came down here, this stuff happened, and they say that they understand the Bible. I'm telling you right now, when someone sees what I'm pointing out, nothing will ever stop them from making disciples. Nothing. Because now they do see. They see it. All of it.
Alex wants to know if it's talking about kid as in human child or goat child.
No, it's even if it's talking about a kid as a goat and the other one is talking about calves, this is still a place from, it's still, okay, this is talking about being born again because without the sacrifice, you would not be doing this. You understand? You would not be a fisher of men if it wasn't from a standpoint of the sacrifice that occurred. So it's still talking about being born again.
It literally says, though, it's the kid. It says a young male goat.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
Yeah. But again, so one is the goat. The other one is the 2 calves. And now you have to go to yourself. What information regarding the Bible do you have that what does the kid and the calves mean in the Bible? What do they represent? What is happening with these animals? Is it not blood of animals? Right? blood of goats, blood, right?
Yeah.
Sacrifices. And we know that Christ was our sacrifice. So that means you're standing on the sacrifice. That's what it's referring to. If not, how are these making fishers of men? How are we fishers of men if it wasn't for the sacrifice? We would never be, bro. You cannot be fruitful and multiply without Christ, the sacrifice. It never happened. So you're not making up what this stuff says. God is writing this where the fishers of men are standing. They just happen to be standing on these places that's described to us of the center of the head, the two eyes, and the names of them happen to be goats and calves, which the blood of goats and calves. But even though those are shadows, it's pointing to a truth, which is the sacrifice of Christ. And from there is where we're casting the net on the right side. From there, from faith. Right? So
Why would the root word of threshold be poisonous snake? Or snake or venomous
what
serpent?
verse? What verse is it?
Verse 1. I'm still processing through all.
Yeah, so it says, afterward he brought me again unto the door of the house, and behold, waters issued out from under the threshold. Oh, because Jesus, right? Because this is the temple. And the Bible makes it clear that the earth is his footstool. So the serpent, right? He'll bruise his head.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why it's
With his
poisonous.
heel, yeah.
Yeah. Because the defeat of that snake is how this water was able to come here. The defeat of the snake.
A question on that as well. You know that location, where is that? It says, I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but it stands out. It's a town in the wilderness of Judea.
Where? What verse you on, Bill?
I'm 10. The word that you look, the fountain of the kids.
And the first Hebrew word, En Gadai, that one?
Yeah, that
All right.
one.
All right, what about it?
It's a town in the wilderness of Judah on the western shore of the Dead Sea.
Yeah. And it says, even unto Enegalaim, right? Which shouldn't be far from the other one, honestly, right there by the Dead Sea.
It's by the Dead Sea. It's just nobody knows where it's at exactly. This
Yeah.
is why the controversy happens. Like, if you measure this, if you like physically measure this temple, there's nowhere in physical Israel where this thing would fit.
Yeah. Well, that's because it's going to come down from heaven on top, right?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the Dead Sea, right? So, all of Israel, 100% is representing like the whole thing that's going on in God's eyes. All of it there. His mountain is there. The sea, that's where Jesus said, Peter said, if that's you, beckon me to come. So Jesus said, okay, well, come on. So he's walking on the water, and he paid attention to the sea and began to sink. So that sea that they're on is representing the whole world, the sea of the world that will be taken away. That
The
dead
murmurings.
Huh?
According to Strong's legend, it's saying that the fountain of the two calves, the second one, is in a place in Palestine. Maybe that's why the Jews want to eradicate Palestine. They're trying to build. They need all that. They need all that real estate to get their temple built.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So it says, what?
I said, I mean, that's probably the plan. They do that third temple is still,
Yeah, I thought they already built the third temple. They ain't built it yet, or what?
No,
placed it,
bro. No.
Oh.
The Temple
They got the
Institute is still
beams, they
working
got
on
the
it.
stuff. Yeah.
The Temple Institute is still working on that.
Yeah.
That's actually that's why they made the coins. That's going to be from the Temple Institute, which is going to be their like their currency, and that's where I think Trump is on that, and that's why people say he's the Antichrist. Trump also he also moved. Remember, Trump did do something that was pretty amazing. You remember he put the capital of Israel
Yeah.
in Jerusalem.
In Jerusalem.
He did that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Now try to tell them that the third temple's been here already.
Oh man, I ain't trying to. I don't care. I don't care about it.
Yeah,
I just thought they made it. All right.
You go to
No,
We're on verse
You go
11.
Christian.
Are we done with 10?
Huh?
Are we done with 10? Or we're on verse 11 now?
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna go to I'm going back to where it says, all right, and it says, so this place, they shall be a place. These two places will be a place to spread forth nets. These two places right here. It says their fish shall be according to their kind, right? When we go to let me see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go to Gentiles only. I don't go to Israelites.
And it says, as the fish of the great sea exceeding many. Now, again, we know that when John explains heaven, well, how does he explain? What does he explains that he sees regarding people? I remember.
According to their kinds, their tribe.
No, John,
sections.
in the book of Revelation, John's looking at heaven and he explains the humans that he sees. How does he explain them in the book of Revelation?
I don't know. Somebody who's a Revelations expert.
Nobody remembers?
Oh, where's Jesse?
I told you I'm not reading Revelation again until I get all this other stuff under my belt. Otherwise, I don't really care to read.
Right, Jay?
Yeah.
I'm
Nobody
in agreement
knows.
with Jay
Nobody
on that.
nobody knows how he explains them.
I could look it up for sure. But I know when it comes on, like when it says of their kinds, to me, it brings me right back to Genesis. Like all of Genesis chapter 1 is literally talking just in this very same language,
Yeah.
each according to their kind, each according to their kind, each according to their kind.
Right there. Eric
in-
Eric in Texas, yeah. Mixed multitude. And it also talks about like from different places of the world, right? Mixed multitude. So all right, so let me see.
Speckled.
At the end of 10, it says, therefore shall not be, I'm sorry, I went too far. Great sea. Yeah, according to their kinds. And it says, as the fish of the great sea exceeding many. It says, but the Murray places, now somebody go look that up in Hebrew. The Murray. And y'all should know what that is, right? Like
The Murray
dark.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I know that word's talking about like dark green or like almost kind of like murky. But somebody
It's a phrase. It's
Huh?
a phrase, and it basically just means swamp.
Okay,
or
swamp.
marsh.
Okay. It says, but the Murray places thereof and the
Talking about Florida.
marshes thereof shall not be healed. They shall be given to salt, right? They shall be given to salt. They won't be healed, right? So, we're trying to drain the swamp right now in Washington. All right.
No, that's brother. That's talking about Florida. That's why we can't go do these scales over there. 'Cause they're not going to be safe.
Oh, wow.
Where's me now? Where's
Just
me
Florida.
that should start cooking on
Just
you?
Florida, bro. Just Florida. All right. And it
That's why I
says,
left Florida. I left Florida and I went to the east.
yeah. God, dog, boy. It says, and by the
No, we're gonna
river.
start a protest. We're gonna go by your house and we're gonna protest.
Do it. And by the river upon
I'm
the
sorry,
bank,
bro.
you're good. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side shall grow all trees for meat. Now watch this. Do we call trees meat? Do we call trees that here? Meat?
No.
We do not.
No, in Genesis.
Right.
In Genesis, God called it for me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying in this, like, so when people started, right, now that they're learning, they hate that they have to come in agreement with me. They hate it. There's so many people hate it. They're like, right? You done stuck your foot in your mouth, right? Looks stupid, right? The Bible says be slow to speak. So you hear somebody say something about the Bible, you don't gotta agree or disagree right then and there. Just go think about it for a little bit, okay? But there's people too stupid to have a good time. Several years ago, I'm telling them we're trees. And I'm going over there, we're trees now. I'm dangling fruit from my head. I'm like, bro, do you read the Bible? They're claiming to be a teacher of the Bible. And I'm saying, you don't know this? You're a teacher of the Bible? Yeah, I teach all the time. I'm so smart. I know the Bible. And you don't know that we're trees. My friend, what are you What are you reading? What are you talking about? How do you not know this? And then now we get here. I turned the page on my butt. We get here, and here we are yet again with them saying some weird stuff about trees. Right? And it says, 12. And by the river upon the bank thereof, on this side and on that side, shall grow all trees for meat. And they're like, bro, back in the day, that's how they talk. It just meant meat. Okay, fine. So we can say watermelon, right? What color meat does it have? Y'all ever heard that? A watermelon got yellow meat, red meat. Y'all heard that or no? Anybody? If you haven't heard it, now you heard it.
Yes.
It's true.
Yes.
They'll say, hey, what kind of meat does it have? Yellow meat, red meat. All right. So fruit is meat in the sense of something you eat, the meat of it, the inside of it, so you can eat it. But it says the tree will be for meat. Okay. We eat of it. Yeah, of course. It says, though, and then watch what it says, whose leaf shall not fade. And then this same people will say, all this is saying is, right, in heaven, nothing is incorruptible. I mean, nothing is corruptible. It stays forever, right? And if you don't understand that feathers and leaves in the Bible, they represent faith. Faith is the thing. It's the only thing that's incorruptible. It's faith. That's the thing. Hair in the Bible represents faith. It says,
you can't have faith without the river.
yeah.
Because Psalms literally tells us that the trees planted by the waters, their leaves shall never wither.
Yeah, planted by the waters. The trees planted by the waters. We are the trees that are planted by the waters.
In the good ground by the waters.
Yeah, it's good ground. All right, and it says, whose leaf shall not fade, neither shall the fruit thereof be consumed. It shall bring forth new fruit according to his months. Because their waters they issued out of the sanctuary, and the fruit thereof shall be for meat, and the leaf thereof for medicine. Faith is the only medicine. There is no other medicine that the Bible is referring to in the sense of something that is coming from God. Thus saith the Lord God, is verse 13.
That's not talking about holistic medicine, tribe.
Oh, my bad. It's talking about the green leafy substance, Satan's lettuce.
Rabbit grass.
That's what it's talking about. It says, thus saith the Lord God, this shall be the border whereby ye shall inherit the land. Inherit the land. According to the 12 tribes of Israel, Joseph shall have 2 portions, and ye shall inherit it, one as well as another, concerning the which I lifted up my hand to give it unto your fathers, and this land shall fall unto you for an inheritance. He said, I lifted up my hand to give it to your fathers. Jesus is the hand that he lifted up, right? The one that says, is my arm or hand wax short? No, it's not. Jesus is the arm of God, the hand, the yod, right?
There's another verse that says, my strong right hand shall save thee.
Yeah, that is what it says. Strong right hand. And it says, and this shall be the border. I already read that. Nope, I didn't. And 15. And this shall be the border of the land toward the north side, from the great sea, the way of Hethlon, as man go to Zedad. And then it names a bunch of names right here in verse 16. We're not going to go through all of them, but the 2 that was by the sea, I definitely want to go. It says, which is between the border of Damascus, the border of Hamaz, Hasmar, another name, which is by the coast of Haran. But by the way, all these names are very important. Okay, we're not going to go over them because we still got another 5-6 verses to go, and it's almost time for me to bounce off. But the gist of it's being talked about here is very important. Let's see, 17, the border, north side. 18, the east side, ye shall measure from Haran to Damascus, Gilead to the land of Israel by Jordan, from the border unto the sea. And this is the east side. And the south side, southward, from Tamar, even the Kadesh. I'm just a bunch of names right here. And it's important. All these names are important. On your own time, go look them up, man. It's pretty astonishing. This the southward 20. Okay, the west side, and it talks about the sea, the border. It's okay. Here we go. Till a man come over against Hamath, this is the west side. So shall ye divide this land unto you according to the tribes of Israel, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by the lot for an inheritance. By the lot, right? Casting lots, just rolling dice, right? And it's rolling dice to make it fair. Like, all right, you know. And it could also be the casting lot where somebody's holding the straws, right? And you just go and you grab, and you can make it whoever's got the longer one wins or loses, or whichever way you want to do it. Whichever way you want to do it, right? I use the Blue Letter Bible on my phone and tablet, but it's not. Oh. Yeah. Let me see. All right. The west side, that's 22. It shall come to pass that you shall. All right. In 22, it says, and it shall come to pass that ye shall divide it by the lot, an inheritance upon you, and the strangers that sojourn among you, which shall beget children among you, they shall be unto you as born in the country among the children of Israel. They shall have inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel, which is the Gentiles. Okay. And it shall come to pass that in what tribe the stranger sojourneth, there shall ye give him his inheritance, saith the Lord. So again, it starts off with the temple, which starts off in Eden, because if you're still having an issue understanding that Eden is heaven, then you're not going to understand where this water is coming from out of Eden. All you're picturing is just land and a bunch of water coming out, when this is really talking about God's heart that has the living water, God's heart, who is Jesus, that was sent down here, who is sitting on the throne, Jesus, who is the temple, who is the promised land. He's the promised land. He's the temple. He's sitting on the throne. And the Bible describes all three of these things, places, whatever you want to call it, of river coming out of them. And he says, believers in me, out of their belly will flow rivers of living water, out of their belly, which is what? Which is the loins. So when he gets right here and he says, and he measured 1,000 and the water was to my ankles. And then he measured 1,000, like if they just continued to walk and the water got higher and higher as the time went on. You understand? The measurement as the time went on, it went from, so there he's walking in a direction and the water rose to the ankles. He measured 1,000. It rose to his knees. It went to his loins. And then it said that he measured 1,000 again, and the water, there's so much water, he said you could swim in it. But he could not pass. He could not pass. But this is the second flood. That's what this is right here. But that flood came from what this is talking about. The water that comes out of Eden, comes out from the temple, comes out from the throne. And it says that it went from where it was at and it flowed to the desert, which means it flowed into this world, the desert, the dead place. And it said, and anything this water touched, If anything was alive, it brought it to life, meaning it's talking about it, it's talking about this whole world being corrupted, but it brought it back to life. That's what it's talking about. So it goes from from the temple, the water coming out, and then it's showing that this water is rising, right? Each 1,000. What is the measurement that it gives though? Does somebody remember?
Well, the measurement of what? 1,000.
Yeah. What does it say? 1,000 what though? What does it call it? It's not
Oh, I
Is it
don't think.
cubits? No.
I think he says. Yeah, cubits.
Cubits.
1,000 cubits.
Okay, it is cubits.
It's
All right.
cubits.
All right, and then so it continues to go, and then it talks about it basically he walks back, right? So he goes out until his loins, basically turns around, and then the water, because he's walking back to the brink, the water goes back to his knees, back to his ankles, and now he's standing here. And from there, from this place, this is where they're going to throw the nets into this sea, right? But it's just, the way it talks about the water going to the desert and to the sea. But this sea is talking about the murmurings of the world, because in that sea you're going to have both believers and non-believers, right? And this sea that this Bible is talking about in Revelation, that sea no longer exists. You understand? The boistering noises, the loud traffic, and I'm not talking about cars, just again, murmurings against God. That sea does not make it to heaven. It's no longer there, right? And then in this sea is a great multitude of fish. Jesus told them, "Do you catch any fish?" No. He says, "Cast your net on the right side." And it says a great multitude, both times, right? Both times. But there's three times. It's the 2 times that he tells them, and then it's all of us doing it, which is the 3rd time, which is us catching a multitude. The disciples caught a great multitude twice, right? For practice. But the 3rd time that he says, cast your net on the right, that's to all of us. Cast your net on the right side. But you have to know what the right side is. You have to know what that is, right? Which is grace. The right side of God is his grace. That is the net that we're using to catch fish, right? The net is the love of God. The hook is not the love of God. It's the damnation of God. And so Jesus tells Peter, he tells him, go down to the water, throw a hook, he says, and the fish that comes up, open its mouth and take a coin out. And I've gone over this before, but when you're understanding the nets and hooks in the Bible, like why God uses a hook for this fish, right? That's why he tells Job, "Can you catch it with the hook? Can you catch it with the hook?" He tells him. He said, "That fight, remember it not again." Like you won't even want to remember the fight. But he says, "Can you catch him by the nose with the hook? Can you make him your pet?" He tells him. What? I don't use the love of God to catch bass. Yeah. Well, you can though. You can catch bass with a net, but a net doesn't have hooks. It doesn't hurt, right? It doesn't hurt the fish at all. The net doesn't. That's why we catch the fish with a net, not a hook. But I've gone over the when he tells Peter, "Go catch," and he says, "Catch it with the hook." And, a hook is something that a fish that is not of the Lord, it points out greed. It's a whole thing, man. I've gone over the whole thing before, but it points out greed. It's like a hook to a fish that is not of God's. They see that as pleasant. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? And they all fight to get there, because I talked about the 2 pleasants that's in the Bible. We know that if you were a fish and you saw a hook, that's not pleasant. But that hook is symbolizing the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. It's pleasing to these fish, but other fish it's not pleasing, but it's pleasing. And so when he says, hey, and what does the Bible say? What the Bible says it in a few ways, but what does the Bible say about certain people's money is given to the righteous? What does it say? Nobody? I'm trying not to give the answer. Oh, the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. Eric, did you say that before I said that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
He did.
Yeah, but that's exactly what this is talking about, right? So the fish, he said the fish the first fish, the one that gets that hook, open its mouth and take the money out of it. That's exactly what that's talking about, right? So they have most of them, in the sense, are going to have money because that is real treasure to them. But to us, that's not the real treasure. The real treasure to us is the word of God. That's the real treasure.
So,
Right?
Trot, is there a bad net and a good hook too?
A good hook?
Yeah. So, like, when it comes to the net one, I always think about, like, David said something in the Psalms, like they're trying to capture me with a net or something like that. And I thought,
Yeah,
it was
no,
like
there's
maybe a
no,
negative
yeah,
connotation.
yeah. Now, I mean, if you say you see something like that in the Bible, just give it to me. Like, just give it to me, and I'll go look over it. But I'm just saying, there's two methods
Yeah,
to.
in the book of Psalms, he does say that. He
Yeah,
says,
well, let's go to it.
The net that my enemies lay before me, may they fall into it.
Yeah, well, let's go to it real quick, to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. What's the address?
Hold on, give me a second.
It's Psalm 31, verse 4. I can't read it, but it's Psalm 31, 4. And there's another one in Psalm 35.
All right, we're not gonna do all of them. Let's just do one. Psalms what?
Psalms 31 and 4 says, pull me out of the net which they have secretly laid for me. You are my strength.
Hold on. Psalms 31, 4.
Yeah, Psalms 57 is one I was thinking about, where it says that they prepared a net for my steps. That's the one that I was thinking of.
All right, so verse 3 says, "For thou art my rock and my fortress, therefore, for thy name's sake, lead me and guide me. Pull me out of the net that they laid privily." What does the word privily mean?
Secretly.
Secretly, which means what? It's a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what Satan did to Eve, or what Lucifer did to Eve, as a net. Deception.
Yeah, so what Christian is saying, I understand what Christian is saying now, because he's saying if there's two nets, there's a good net and a bad net.
Yeah.
Is there two hooks, a good hook and a bad hook?
Well, yeah, of course, but understand, if Jesus told Peter, go put a hook down there, that hook came from God. Right? Yeah. The hook came from God. So deception comes from the flesh and spirit are enmity. They're hostile. So, so it's both. There's
spirit on Saul, lying spirit on.
Yeah, there's two of everything. So is that what you're at? There's two nets, two hooks.
Yeah, two of everything. That's all I'm trying to do.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, but you know that I tell you, there's two of everything in the Bible.
I know, but I was just trying to say, but I was trying to say, like, how would I explain it, bro?
I'm explaining it right now. Go study so you can explain it. That's how you, because if not, you're just copy and trot.
And stop. And the next thing is,
what they're gonna tell you.
Where does big net fall in those two nets?
Yeah, so the big net is the net that we throw on the right side, the big net.
Okay, so Ryan gets thrown on the right side.
Yeah, he's the right side of God, the big net. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. All right. Okay. I think I kind of went over this. Obviously, bro, like, it could probably take an easy probably another hour, maybe two. Like if we went over every word, which I've done it before, but it's been a minute. But if you go study all that out in Hebrew, where it's saying that the people in the West, and it gives all these names. I mean, it's amazing what it's really saying. Like in the sense of instead of us seeing the Hebrew name, right? If it was given to us in English if it was rendered in English, it would say something that would be a bit different. It just would not be a place of names. It would be a place that has a name, but the name means something, and it just adds to the story, really. Hook to the liver. What?
When are you gonna upload more songs in your gifts?
Yeah, so the only way that I'd be able to put more songs as gifts is they would have to be songs that I don't upload. And man, I really don't want to do that, because when I make a song, like the words there's a reason, right? There's a reason I put these words in there. I don't know. I might figure out a way to do it to where it's kind of words of a song I already have, and maybe change it a little bit or something. I don't know, but I wanted to use the songs that are going on the music platforms, honestly. But the reason, oh, by the way, the reason why I put the birthday song in there is because I don't believe I uploaded the birthday song to one of the albums. So that's why I put the birthday song in there. I wanted to see if that would work, and it took it. And now I know why, because there's no copyright on it or whatever, right? So anybody got anything? Anybody?
Do a slight variant on My Buddy, like slightly different, and then upload that.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if Jessica's been here, Trot, about the doll. I don't think Jessica knows about the doll.
Jessica, you know about the My Buddy doll? She might be working. She probably just has us like in her ear or.
Yeah. I'm on my. Okay, bye. Okay. Hey, I'm at work. Hold on.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
talking
No,
about me? Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I was just asking you. Descaled. Pretty soon we'll be having a My Buddy doll. Did you know about it? We're just asking.
Oh
you.
yes, I did. I looked it up the
Okay.
other day and I called. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Yeah, she knows. Yeah. Let me see. All right, guys. Anybody got anything else before we go? Because we got to go. It's already about to be 11:30. I got way too much to do today, man. Anybody?
I'm lost on the My Buddy thing. Is that pivotal on your study?
Yeah. So, honestly, descaled pretty much, we do a lot. Like we really do. And so so we have a kids, music album. Have you heard any of the kids songs?
No, I haven't. Are they AI generated as well?
Well, yeah, of course they are. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
AI is okay, man. Now I will say this. I don't know. I guess cause I feel like anybody can be creative. So it's real weird for me if somebody like don't write their own song. I don't know why. Okay. If somebody cannot read or write, then I will understand why you're not writing your own song. I get it. But for the most part, in America, most people know how to read and write. So then you know how to write a song. It's weird to me when someone says, no, I didn't write it, but I told AI I want the song to be like this. Again, I'm not judging them. Fine. But I don't know, man. It's kind of like telling someone, hey, come pick me up and move me, and you got legs that work just fine. I don't understand that. Like, everybody can be creative. So, yeah. The music, the lyrics is AI singing. Yes. Yeah.
So I don't know what the guy's name was. He's a pastor. He said he prayed for his son to come alive, and he was in the morgue. He was going to identify him at the morgue, and his son raised up like from the dead. Anyway,
yeah,
he did a sermon on if you can imagine what your answered prayer would look like, then your prayers would be 100% more effective. basically. So if we're being attacked spiritually by the enemy, one of the first things that he comes after is our imagination. So our creative intelligence, because we're made in the image of God, is, I think it plays, it's an essential cog in the wheel of acting on faith. You know what I mean? Praying for things and being able to envision it to be able to fulfill it. So I'm just getting back to a point after being enamored by the situations in my life where attacked basically spiritually, in a lot of different ways, where I feel like I'm not as scared of anything really, because what's the worst that can happen? I got God on my side sort of perspective.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he used all that stuff to get me to that point, Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but it is true, right? The Bible tells us like the reason that the flood happened is because their imagination was evil continuously. It says that, right? So our imagination, I mean, it plays a huge role. I mean, there was a guy that came up here the other day and he's like, what are you saying about the imagination? And now, I don't know if you were here, but I was like, bro, what's the point you're getting to? Well, you said, right? So when people come to you like, well, you claimed, I don't know why people still ain't figured this out. Kick them out of your life. Get them out of there. They're there just to argue. They're not there for any other reason, man. And, but yeah, anytime I talk about how the imagination, your imagination, anytime I talk about that, I do get some weirdos that will hop in here because I think they're thinking that I'm saying that we're supposed to be 8 years old and hop from couch to couch because the lava floor is going to get us, but
turn into a neck beard.
Yeah. But
floor is lava basement.
Yeah, exactly. Now, again, in a way it is like that because, the kid has to picture that in order for it to work. Like if he's not picturing it, then he's, there's no reason to stay off the ground, but once you turn the ground into lava, pretty serious deal. Right. But in a way it's like that with anything you're building, like Descaled, for instance, 15 years ago when Descaled, popped in my head, I built it all in my head, everything that I'm doing. I wrote songs and I can sing. I can't play a whole bunch of instruments. I've never produced a song, but I didn't write them because I knew all the answers. I wrote the songs down because I wanted to write the song down. And books. I have written many of books. I haven't had them published yet, but they will be published pretty soon. But all this started in my imagination, all of it. Like this drawing that you see right here, it's actually this big, and I had to condense it to make it more suitable to an appealing eye. But everything that I'm doing, I imagined it 15 years ago.
Is it considered nonfiction, do you think, or fiction, your books?
So half of them are just what the Bible, like for instance, one of like stuff that I talk about, like right now, what we just went over, there'll be a book over that.
Nonfiction.
Yeah, that's nonfiction. But there is a couple of books that I wrote that, because the Bible, okay, let's say I was writing a story about Samson and I made Samson a midget. The Bible doesn't tell us that the Bible doesn't tell us he's a little person, but yet I can make it the same story, but I made him a little person.
To tie 1,000 foxtails together.
Right.
A midget.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So there's a part of that in there that I did write.
Because now Paul's a midget.
Yeah. All right. Stop. Let's stop saying that word. That's my fault. I shouldn't have. I forgot. TikTok has a very, yeah, that's my fault. I said it first. But what I'm saying is, and also, I'm not going to say, but I'm saying there's things that I'm saying that a regular Christian would be like, oh, put that in the fiction because none of that's true, which I get it. So I'd have to agree with them. Yeah. It does not tell us that he was a little man. Right. And, I wish I could go through some of it, but there's a couple of books that are 100% what the Bible is telling us, but there's some things in there that I put in there on purpose that would cause it to be fiction. Okay. So out of all the books, there are some that are going to be nonfiction, and there's some that are going to be in the fiction, but they're all Bible books. It's all biblical
I've
based.
heard that. That's cool. I look forward to those coming out. I want to read them. But I remember that being brought up by a youth pastor friend of mine that people think that Samson was huge because all the explicits that it goes into the Bible is things he did. But David was a little shepherd boy when he had taken out a lion with his bare hands.
Yeah. Well, we do know that Samson was a regular man. Like he looked just like us. He was not a big muscular guy. He was a regular looking dude. And he even says, right, because Delilah's tell me how I can take your strength from you. And he says, if you do this, I will be just as a normal man. When you pay real close attention to it, the thing that is making him strong, it is God. It's not because he has muscles. It's God. Mm-hmm. So he is just as any other man. And, which because we know what a big, strong man looks like, if we saw a little bitty dude doing the things that Samson was doing, I think that would freak us out even more. Like you're just as the same size as us. How are you able to do that? But if we saw a real big, strong man lifting more weight than we can, well, no duh. You got all the motors to do it, but a little dude, a regular sized dude doing that would be a bit odd, right? And we know Paul was a small guy, and so I write something about that too, that's in here. But yeah, so all the music is gonna be, the vocals are gonna be AI, all of them. But I will say, out of all the music, 90% of it, I'm the one singing. I'm singing, but I'm making AI. I'm making it sound a certain way. So yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So let me finish. So the My Buddy doll, because that's what you're asking. It's a real doll, like that someone can buy. It's a real. It's Jesus, and it's got a descaled emblem right here. And when you push it, it plays the song My Buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot better than what I was mentally picturing. So
I'm
glad you cleared that up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can put the picture up for anybody.
I demand that you change the clip art for the single for King of Parables then, because you made him look muscular.
All right, there's the My Buddy doll right there.
Oh, okay, so he's like a little big planet guy.
Yeah, he'll be about 14 inches tall. And when you hit the descaled emblem, he'll play My Buddy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna play the song. If y'all don't like kid songs, I don't know what else to tell you.
Steve.
Text Ray.